Hey everyone, today is another mini haul. I just did a Korean makeup haul, but this is going to be a bit more conventional and a bit less exotic. First of all, I want to talk about polishes because I am a polish fiend and I have a large collection. I have slightly increased my collection by 2 polishes recently. These guys, are the NCLA, one of the brands that I have spoken about previously. I enjoy their polishes. They generally have quite good selection of colors. The brush is decent and the formula is quite good. These ones are from their horoscope line. I have here Libra and Virgo. Libra is this lovely number. It's quite shiny because it has micro flaky shimmer in it. Very fine, very delicate, girly, super cute on the nails. Here it is on the swatch wheel. So this pink one is the Libra. Very pretty. Such a good color, not super boring, just fun enough, but neutral enough to wear wherever you want. And this one is the Virgo. This is a greige. I love greiges. I think they're very elegant, very chic. As you can see, I'm wearing a greige. This is not this one. It's a Deborah Lippmann color, but this is kind of in the same vein, I guess. A little bit more beige and less purpley gray. So here is Virgo by NCLA. Over here you can see that it is quite a neutral color. It'll go with everything if you are a lover of neutral colors. Such a good find. Now both of those I did 3 thin coats. I think you can get away with 2 thick coats if you do like that. I prefer thin coats because for me it just applies smoother and dries better. So these are the 2 that I got. Very beautiful polishes, no regrets. They're great. Next, we have a product from theBalm, and I'm talking about the Schwing liner. This is the second time I'm using it. I've bought it before. It is incredibly black, dries very nicely, wears perfectly, has an extremely fine tip, so application is easier than most liquid liners, and it's just easy to control, and it's extremely pigmented. That's why I really like this one. This is not the best liner that I've ever tried in my life. However, price to quality ratio is very good here. It's a long wearing product. It does not smudge, flake, mess with my eyes. I have quite sensitive eyes and this one doesn't bother me. So a really good find, really good buy. I think it looks similar to the Kat Von D liner, which I really enjoy as well. Very nice product. Cannot complain about it. Then I bought this Clarins Instant Light Radiance Boosting Complexion Base in 04 Apricot. This is meant to be slightly color correcting, illuminating, smoothing, and the formula does contain some skincare ingredients. I'm really into makeup with skincare ingredients. I think this is the way to go. This is the way the industry will be heading, no doubt. So the Clarins, being a pretty decent skincare brand, are including skincare ingredients in their makeup and bases, which is Go Clarins. I really like what you're doing. So this one is meant to be color correcting. This is a pretty apricot-y. And once you sort of blend it out, the tint is very minimal, but it does do a little bit of correcting in terms of sallowness and blue tint to the skin that sometimes us pale girls get during the winter. Here you see that there's a bit of a healthy glow. And it is not so color correcting that it really stands out in color from my actual skin, although it is one of the darker ones that are available in their line. So quite nice. The skin is very hydrated and it's very touchable, nice to the touch. We have the Kate Somerville CC cream, IllumiKate. This has high SPF, I think it's 50. It is supposed to be color corrector. The pigment in here is quite minimal. It is not going to give you high coverage. It's very light coverage product. You have to know this going into purchasing this. I have it in color 01 Fair. The color range I think is very restricted. The product itself is actually really good for what it is. This is a really light coverage illuminating CC cream. So let's see it. it's creamy. It's not a mousse and it's not liquid. You see it holds its shape once I squeeze it out. And once I blend it in, the coverage is light. It does have some skincare ingredients in it. It has a little bit of a citrusy scent, which I actually really like, but it worries me because does it mean there's citrus there? Is it irritating? For me, it was not irritating whatsoever, so that's all I have to say with that. But you see the finish is really skin-like. It's sort of satin, very skin-like, smoothing, does not sink into fine lines or pores right away. But I am wearing it with a base, so I'm not sure if it's the merit of the product or the merit of the base. I haven't had enough time with it to really figure out exactly what qualities it possesses on its own, because I always wear a base. So you see the finish is really beautiful. It has a bit of coverage. It's very smoothing. It does have skincare ingredients in it, and it has SPF. So a lot of what I'm looking for is really quite well represented in this cream. If it had slightly better coverage, it would be even better. I don't need a lot of coverage, but I imagine that most people out of their foundation want a bit of coverage. What I can say about this, the CC cream, is that it is easy to work with and ticks a lot of boxes. You have to realize that it is very light coverage product, otherwise you will be very frustrated because it won't act as a foundation. It really doesn't act as a foundation, to be honest with you. And if light coverage and skincare is what you're looking for, it is going to probably make you quite happy. I can see it being suitable anywhere from somewhat oily in combination to dry skin. I think on oily skin it's not going to hold. Lastly, I have a skincare find. This is the second time I purchased this particular oil. This is Rosehip seed oil to treat fine lines, wrinkles, scars, dry or itchy skin with 24 karat gold. Now, why rosehip oil? Rosehip oil contains pre-retinol ingredients that are quite good for your skin. They do work on improving the texture of your skin, on hydration, and all in all, it's a great anti-aging kind of oil. I buy this particular one from Nouveau for a couple of reasons, because I really like rosehip oil, so I'm looking for purity of ingredients. Oftentimes when you buy an oil that is called a rosehip oil or an argan oil or whatever, the carrier oil, the cheaper, crappier type of oil, will be number one in the ingredient list. We want to avoid that. Now here I'm reading rosehip seed oil is the first ingredient on the list, which is what I'm looking for. And then we have organic vitamin C and 24 karat gold flakes, which of course is very minimal in the oil. But all in all, the fact that in terms of oil is just rosehip oil is exactly what I want. I don't want a drop of rosehip oil in my oil. I want it to be rosehip oil. And secondly, because the ingredients being really fabulous, it also has a very good packaging. You see here, it's actually a pump, which I really appreciate in oils, because I'm so sick of having to mess around with the droppers. Why are there droppers everywhere? There are droppers in skincare everywhere. There are droppers in makeup, and those serum foundations are always in dropper form. I don't understand. What's the obsession with the droppers? I think it's such an inferior way to use a product. First of all, you are deoxidizing everything good that you have in your products by actually opening and closing it instead of having a pump that limits the contact with air. And second of all, it's so messy. Why would we want to use droppers? Please eliminate droppers. Give us good pumps, give us squeezy tubes, eliminate contact of the product with the environment to save all the really nice ingredients that you put in there, and to save us from messy bottles left and right. Okay, so I had a lot to say about the droppers. I hate the droppers. I don't think they should be used. So I'm very happy that this particular oil comes in the pump format. I think it's a big plus for them. I think good for them for doing that. Given that there is vitamin C in here, it really suffers from contact with air. So, you know, don't put a good ingredient in and then completely negate it by having crappy packaging. Thank you, Nouveau, for not messing it up. That's it for today. That's all that I got in terms of skincare, nails, and makeup. I hope you have a good day. See you later. Bye-bye.